One of the sweatiest combos in Fortnite right now has to be Unchained Ramirez and of course the Studded Axe. There is no doubt this is one of the most tryhard combos we will see a lot of people using in Season 3 as well. But if you guys want to know what the best combos are to use, then you need to watch this video because today guys we're looking at the 25 sweatiest combos in Fortnite. Every single one of these combos is going to be perfect for Season 3, so make sure you guys watch this entire video and let me know in the comments down below what combo you are going to be using next season. And of course we do have some Star Wars themed combos in this video as well, but let's just get straight into it, and we need to move on to Niangelica and of course the Sharpened Shadow. This is actually part of the Fortnite Cruise series that we had added in April. Obviously the next season is coming out in only a few days time in May, which does mean there will actually be a brand new Fortnite crew skin for that season as well. But right now I feel like this has to be one of the best crew skins we have seen, and of course there will only be more and more edit styles added for this, which just makes it even better. I feel like this pickaxe matches in with it really well. There is just something so cool about this, and I'm excited to see what other edit styles we do see for this moving forward. I feel like one of the best Star Wars combos for you guys to use though has to be IG-11, and we are pairing this with ObiWan's Blade. Now this is definitely a try-hard combo. It has to be one of the best combos we will see moving forward as well, especially for a male skin because of how unique this actually is. I really like the design of it. It is so simplistic, and I was surprised when this got added because it isn't necessarily a Star Wars character a lot of people think of straight away. I feel like this is definitely one of the more niche Star Wars characters that we have, so seeing this being added to Fortnite was definitely really cool and a good surprise. We have also seen a few tryhard players using it in the past as well, which just makes it even better, but I feel like ObiWan's Blade also fits in with the theme of this and just makes it even more tryhard. We need to move on to the White Widow and of course LeBeau's Bow. Now this is one of the newest combos in the game. I am a huge fan of this though. I feel like there is something so sick about all of these Marvel skins that do get added, but I feel like there is a little bit of a disappointment with this skin, with the fact that you can no longer change this to just a default gradient Fortnite skin. You have to use the anime or the pen and ink edit style, which probably isn't going to be one of the more popular ones. Still though, this skin is really clean and definitely something that people are going to be using as we do move into Chapter 6 Season 3. But we need to move on guys, and next up we have Emma Frost and of course the Studded Axe. Now this is another Marvel themed combo. Emma Frost has been one of the best skins from Marvel that we have ever seen. It was added with the Battle Pass a few seasons ago, which was so incredible, and not only is the default style of this skin so good, we also have the Diamond edit style which has been unreal, and of course all of the super edit styles for this skin as well just made it even better. It is completely up to you guys on which one you want to use because all of these are going to fit in perfectly with the Studded Axe, which just makes this combo even more tryhard. But again, I feel like since we are moving into a Star Wars season, there probably aren't going to be that many people that want to use a Marvel themed item, which is why instead maybe Maragold and the Golden Scythe might be a better combo for you to use. Now this has been so sick. I really like the design of this as well. It is probably one of those more underrated skins that we have seen in the game though. I feel like Maragold never really got the popularity that it deserved, and that is because it is a remake of Midas, but of course the female variant. I really thought this was going to be a lot more tryhard, but again it was added with a paid bundle, so you do have to spend some money in order to get it instead of V-Bucks, which is probably why it hasn't been as popular as it could have been. It is also worth noting as well, the Golden Scythe is a little bit more of a rare pickaxe. We don't really see this returning to the store that often, but if it did, it would become one of the better pickaxes in the game. But again, I just feel like Fortnite could have done this a little bit better just by adding this as an edit style for the original Reaper pickaxe. One skin that I do like even more though has to be ISO, and we are pairing this with the Spectral Axe. Now the difference with this is that ISO is going to be one of the more brightly colored skins that we see in Fortnite. It is so different to every other skin that we have seen as well, and a lot of people don't really like it because of how bright and colorful it is, but in my opinion that is what is so good about it. I feel like that really separates it from a lot of other skins that we have seen in the game, and hopefully we do see more skins like this being added in the future as well. Obviously the downside for this though is that we just have the one edit style of this skin. We didn't see more edit styles being added, and it does also seem like Fortnite is moving away from adding more edit styles for skins like this, which is really disappointing. The Spectral Axe is going to be one of the best pickaxes for this. It again fits in with that brightly colored theme of this, and will make it one of the better looking combos, especially if you do want to stand out during Season 3. Let's move forward, guys, and next up we have Sabrina Carpenter, and we are pairing this with the Sound Scepter. Now, Sabrina Carpenter is going to be one of the best skins from the Icon series that we do see being added. We haven't really seen too many people actually using this in the more competitive game modes, but it definitely has been really popular in the normal game modes of Fortnite, and whilst this skin is still available, I feel like it is so worth buying. It does just look really sick. I feel like the Sound Scepter fits in with this perfectly as well. I mean, it is a music combo and just matches up so perfectly. There are still a few different edit styles of Sabrina Carpenter that you can also use in Fortnite as well, so even if you don't like the default style, there are still a bunch of other edit styles you could choose from. The same could be said for our next combo as well, which is going to be Siren, and we are pairing this with the Driver Pickaxe. Now, it is worth noting that this has dropped off a lot. I mean, this used to be one of the best skins we had ever seen in Fortnite, and one of the most tryhard ones as well, but it definitely has dropped off a lot to the point where we don't see that many people using it, especially among pros and streamers in the more competitive game modes anymore. I feel like if they did, it would easily become one of the best skins in the game. It would be so tryhard and popular as well, but we're just gonna have to see if that is something that Fortnite does change around in the future with some other edit styles for this being added. Next up though, guys, we need to move on to the Mogul Masters and of course the Icebreaker. This is another combo that has been in Fortnite for a really long time, and I feel like people are just sort of getting sick of actually using this, that we have seen them drop off a lot. There are so many different edit styles of this as well that I feel like that is sort of what is annoying about these skins. It isn't like one skin with 8 different edit styles. This is actually 8 different skins in Fortnite, which was a huge mistake. I mean, if it was just one skin, I feel like so many more people would be using it today. We would see the popularity for this that this skin deserved, but obviously they have been in the game since Chapter 1, Season 1, so Fortnite really isn't going to change that anytime soon. Because of this though, you do want to use a simplistic pickaxe with this that is going to fit in with every single style of this skin, and that is why I feel like the Icebreaker is a good choice, just because of, regardless of what skin you end up using of the Mogul Masters, all of them are going to match in with this. We need to move on, guys, to another Star Wars combo in Fortnite, and this is Kylo Ren, and we are pairing this with Vader's Katana. Now, this is definitely a more underrated style. We never really saw too many people using Kylo Ren when it first got added to the game, but I am a big fan of this. I really like this skin a lot, and now that we have Vader's Katana in the game as well, I just feel like it makes it even better. I would love to see more edit styles for this skin being added, where you can have some other masks on it, or even a mask off variant, or just in some different clothes would be really cool. But obviously we never really saw that in the movies, pretty much just in the comics, so I feel like that won't be added to Fortnite anytime soon. A lightsaber pickaxe is definitely needed, so hopefully we do see that in Season 3 as well. But that takes us forward, guys, and next up we have Joss, and we are pairing this with the Scarlet Pickaxe. Now, we have actually seen this being really popular this season, and that's just because it was introduced in the Battle Pass for Chapter 6 Season 2. A lot of Battle Pass skins were really popular during that season, but I feel like this already has dropped off quite a bit, and we just don't see that many people using it, mostly because people are waiting for Season 3 to be released and use all of those skins when they do get added. I would still love to see this skin being quite popular next season though. I just feel like it has been so good so far, and it is definitely one of the more creative skins in the game as well. The Scarlet Pickaxe is quite new. It actually came to the game with the Adventure Time collab, and even though it is one of the more interesting pickaxes that we do see, I feel like it fits in with the theme of this skin really well. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 13 position, and we have Golden Focus, and we are pairing this with the Gold Crow. Golden Focus is part of one of the newest bundles in Fortnite, and this is also one of the more unexpected bundles that we have seen as well. I never really thought this was going to be added to the game, but they did an amazing job with this skin. I mean, Focus has always been really clean. I would have loved to see an edit style for this being added for the original Focus skin, as opposed to just making this a completely different skin, but I really like it a lot. The design for it was so well done, and we could always see other variants for this being added, like a diamond edit style, or just some other color variants for this as well. Let's move on, guys, to one of my favorite skins, and this is Comic Book Catwoman, and we are pairing this with the trusty number 2. Now, this has dropped off a lot. I feel like people waited so long for this to finally be added to the game, that during Season 1, when it did get added, it became so popular almost overnight, and then did drop off quite quickly. I really like this, though. I feel like we could see a lot more popularity popularity for this coming back during Season 3, especially if it does get added to the store, but we're just going to have to wait and see if that does end up happening. Honestly, I feel like Fortnite have sort of stopped collaborating with DC over the last few months, but it would still be really cool to see this being added back to the game. The trusty number 2, I feel like, is just one of those darker pickaxes that is so perfect. It matches in with this really, really well, and even though there aren't really too many other DC pickaxes that I feel like could work with this skin, the trusty number 2 does an amazing job. That takes us further, guys, to the number 11 position, and we have Padme, and we are pairing this with the Love Lawn. Padme is a really clean skin. I feel like it is one of those Star Wars skins that has actually been quite popular and tryhard in the past, even though it was only for a few weeks. We saw a few pros and streamers actually using it, and whenever that happens, it always ends up becoming really good, and I feel like this deserved to be a lot more popular. We could see all of these Star Wars skins returning to the store, not only for Season 3, but also for Star Wars Day, which is just a few days after the season launches, so there could be a mass amount of Star Wars skins being added to the store, which would only increase all of these in popularity. I feel like they could become very tryhard as well, which would be really exciting, and of course used by a lot more pros and streamers. The Love Lawn fits in with the color theme of this, but I feel like next up we need to talk about Travis Scott and of course the Leviathan Axe. This is definitely one of the better tryhard combos in Fortnite. This is definitely one of the rarest ones in the game as well, because it hasn't featured in the store since Chapter 2 Season 2 when we first saw this being added. This is back when we had the Travis Scott concert. I really like this though. I feel like the concert was such a cool event, definitely one of the best events we've ever had in Fortnite, so it was really cool to be able to buy this skin and of course use it since then. A lot of pros and streamers have made this skin over the years, and the Leviathan Axe seems to be the pickaxe of choice with this as well. One male skin though that might just be a little bit better than this has to be Midas, and we are pairing this with Yodas Kane. I guess we are getting into the Star Wars theme already, but Yodas Kane is a really clean pickaxe. If you didn't know this was from the Star Wars franchise, you probably wouldn't think anything of it, but it is just such a clean pickaxe that Fortnite has done an amazing job with, and I love the design for it. It is going to be pretty much perfect for any skin that we have in Fortnite. It's going to match in with the color theme so perfectly, which was probably the best part about it, but it is going to be interesting to see if we do finally get lightsaber pickaxes added to the game next season or not. One thing is for sure though, I feel like the superhero skins and the Axe of Champions 2.0 is going to be a lot better. There is no doubt this is one of the coolest and most creative skins we have ever seen in Fortnite. I don't think anything ever comes close to the superhero skins in Fortnite, and I cannot wait to see if we do see the popularity for these increasing once again during Chapter 6 Season 3. It is really interesting to study these skins. They've been so expensive in the past, but of course some of the most successful skins in the game as well. I feel like Fortnite could definitely add in some other variants for this, and that doesn't just include other skins sort of similar to the superhero skins, which have definitely been popular over the last few months, with Fortnite just adding in more and more highly customizable skins. But instead, I feel like what they could actually do is change around a lot of the edit styles that we have on these superhero skins, which will just make them feel really refreshed with a bunch of custom styles that we haven't really seen before. Obviously, this is going to be interesting, but we're just going to have to see whether Fortnite does this or just keeps adding new skins to the game. But I feel like we have to move on, guys, and next up we have Channy, and of course we are pairing this with the Harley Hitter. I really like Channy. There is no doubt this is one of my favorite skins of all time, and probably the skin that I've been using the most. This was originally added back during Chapter 2 Season 8 when we had the June collab added to Fortnite. Unfortunately, this didn't feature back in the store when we had the second June movie released, which was a big shock. I thought Fortnite would definitely collaborate with June once more, but that never ended up happening. The Harley Hitter is just a pickaxe that I feel like is perfect for these. It matches in with it so well, but honestly, I feel like if we do get more edit styles for this skin, it could quickly become one of the best skins we have in Fortnite. Obviously, we're going to have to wait and see whether that does end up happening or whether Fortnite collaborates with June ever again, but honestly, I'm not sure. We need to move on though, guys, and next up we have the AWR Trooper, and we are pairing this with Ahsoka's staff. Now for this, what we are going to be doing is actually including all of the different Clone Trooper skins as well. So even if you don't like the AWR Trooper, you can use any of the other Clone Trooper skins as well. I really like this skin though. The design for it is incredible. There is no doubt this has been one of the more popular and try-hard skins that we have seen in the game, and I was really shocked by this because when I first saw the AWR Trooper being added to Fortnite, I thought it was an amazing skin, but definitely did not think this would become try-hard at all. They've done an amazing job with this though, but I feel like again it has dropped off in popularity a lot, and a lot more people have actually ended up using the Night Unit Sniper and Michonne's Katana instead. Now what is really cool about this is that you could almost say this is actually pretty similar to the AWR Trooper in terms of color styles, but the biggest difference is that this isn't part of the Star Wars franchise. Obviously that might make it drop off quite a bit during Season 3, but I still really like it and feel like it could be one of the best skins moving forward. Michonne's Katana has always been really good. It is one of my all-time favorite pickaxes. There is just something so sick about this, but we're gonna have to wait and see whether this does end up featuring in the store once again, but I just feel like there might be better opportunities for this just because there are so many different katanas now in the game. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 4 position, and we have the Widow, and we are pairing this with the Candy Axe. Now this is actually one of the newer skins in the game, and also one of the most highly detailed skins as well. The Widow is one of the most insane skins I think we've ever seen. It is already rated as one of the best skins Fortnite has ever designed, but whether it stays that way is still going to be determined. We could also see this featuring in the store a lot more during Season 3, which would make it a lot better, but I still feel like the default style is good enough, and it probably just has a cool enough design that we could see more and more tryhards and pros using it this season. We do of course have the Candy Axe that matches in with this skin so perfectly, but one combo that has been even better has to be Valentina, and we are pairing this with the Spectral Axe. There is something so sick about this skin. Valentina is the best Battle Pass skin that we saw during Season 2. I cannot believe how good this actually is. There are also some other edit styles for this, so even if you hate the default style of this skin, I'm sure there are still a bunch of other variants for this that you can end up using. The Spectral Axe is going to match in with every single one, and it is also quite a unique pickaxe as well, just making this combo stand out even more, which is going to be perfect for the Star Wars season. Let's move forward, guys, to the number 2 position, and we have Sparks, and we are pairing this with the Harley Hitter. Sparks was actually added with Clix's Locker Bundle. This is probably one of the more creative Locker Bundle skins that we have seen as well. Obviously, he did get his very own skin added to the game that looks exactly like him, but I think for Clix to actually get his own edit style of a skin that he has also made in the past just made this even better. There is something so cool about Sparks. We have seen a lot of pros and streamers using it, and that isn't just because this is Clix's skin. I feel like because of how detailed it actually is as well, it just makes it even better. I would love to see more edit styles for this being added. I mean, imagine how cool a golden variant of this would look, but I don't think that is going to happen now because Clix has already introduced this to the game. But finally, guys, let's move on to the best combo in Fortnite 4 Season 3, and this is going to be Lara Croft 2000s, and of course the Leviathan Axe. The original Lara Croft skin has been incredible, so whenever Fortnite announced they were going to remake this, and I feel like that just made it even better. This skin is so sick. It might not have as many edit styles, or at least as many creative edit styles as the original skin, but there is no doubt this is still one of the best skins Fortnite has ever designed, and I've been using this a bunch, and I'm sure you guys have been as well. Obviously, the Leviathan Axe just has to be one of the best pickaxes we have ever seen. It is extremely rare and did sit back over 1,000 V-Bucks just to own this, but it was so worth it because of how creative this actually is. But there you guys go, that is my entire video for the 25 sweatiest combos for Season 3. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what combo you guys are using today, and I'll see you all in the next video.